don't know why I did that. Hey, it's episode 2. This episode is being okay with your setbacks, your L's, your fallbacks, and just chill, man. If you already read from the title, you already know what it is. You already know how we get into it. You saw the very first episode. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm in the same thing because, back to back, we gotta think ahead. We gotta think ahead. Stay ahead. Feel me? But nonetheless, though, let's get into it. Cause, god damn, it's been a year for me. Backing off of last episode where I said exactly giving yourself some grace. This is all gonna jump right in. So, I have notes. I'm already this one up. I have notes. Stop cussing. First one, your L's are lessons. Let's kind of get into that because everybody knows what that is. Everybody knows oh yeah, take your L's, they're lessons. You're supposed to learn by it. You're supposed to learn from it and shit like that. Now let me talk to you, young blood. Let me cross my feet. Let me get a little more relaxed, young blood. They are not only lessons. Your L's are life. No pun intended, but quite literally how you handle things, how you would go about your day to day, and how you see the things you consider L's. It's just life, really. And this, I don't want to go too deep into it because everybody knows and stuff like that, but I want to go into the whole life part to where it's you're supposed to digest it, accept it, leave it in the past because you're in the present right now. There's a lot of stuff that I'm personally going through that I'm damn, this entire year is a perfect example because I'm not gonna lie, I've been going through so much 2025, but not even so much in the sense of things happening, but it's been one big anchor point in the timeline for me. Because I have to remember this year. I must remember this year because I ain't do a lot this year. I ain't do the things I said I was going to do this year. I was supposed to do so much shit this year, but I was edging towards it. I was going in that direction. But the biggest things that I wasn't realizing was taking in, considering, okay, that needed to happen, that had to happen, that should have never happened, but at the end of the day, it happened. And pushing myself to keep on going because all in all, I personally wanted to quit so bad. Just hide 9 to 5 like I've been doing for the majority of my life since I was a teen. You know what I mean? I am not going to sit around and say oh, I've been working corporate jobs, I'm working McDonald's, stuff like that. I had pretty fun ass jobs, but that shit was mentally draining because at the end of the day, I do a sport that takes so much out of me. And people from the outside looking in don't realize it, except for the people that's actually in it. And even the people that's in it don't want to hear all that. So that's one of the biggest things that I had to accept is okay, all the things I'm going through right now, I must go through it. Regardless how I see it, how I take it in, I must go through it. And then from there, upgrade it, adjust it, change it, flip it, see it in the best way possible for you to actually push forward. You know what I mean? That's exactly what I've been doing. Because it's I get to those moments and I'm just no, honestly, I think I could be dead right now, but I'm not. Thank God. You know what I mean? But that's honestly how I've been adjusted to it. Let me knock on wood because I was trying to go off on the thought, but back in my head I was knock on wood, knock on. Anyway, that's really the honest truth, and I'm still here, still kicking it, still going. Hey, mind you, I'm not the type of person that put myself in situations, but there's a lot of things that could just take a person out on a day-to-day basis. I'm just I'm still here. All right, I gotta do something. I gotta keep going. I gotta not think too much into it. Because that's also something too that you don't want to think too much. If you're like more of like a weirdly not morbid but more frantically morbid person, like just like I'm afraid of death, but I ain't afraid of it. You know what I mean? I ain't no wussy. I ain't no little part. You know what I mean? I ain't no. But like at the end of the day, that's like he got the gun. You know what I mean? I'm just a little civilian. I'm chilling. So that's all like I had to realize, and I had to just be like, okay, this day didn't work because same bad habits go again. This day didn't work, bad habits go again, go again, go again, go again. And then it legit went from like the start of this year to me slowly getting to like workouts, trying to go for every day, being okay with it not being every day, and then after that getting it to every day, and then be like, wait, this I gotta tone it down. I gotta rearrange things. I gotta switch it up a little bit. I'm not gonna stop cussing, but I gotta switch up some things. I gotta look at it differently. But still, the overall goal is every day, but also accepting that like, all right, I'm not gonna live up to my expectation. I'm gonna have to change it up. I'm gonna have to switch it up. I'm gonna have to move it, and all those considerably else, just lessons, just life. You know what I mean? You just gotta keep it moving forward, keep it going forward, and trying to make best with what you got, because it can all go left. And that goes on to the next thing. I was gonna say one thing about my just because it actually goes perfectly with what I just said before, but true consistency. And I actually said it a little bit in the last episode, so you better have watched the last episode. Anyway, like, you can have Monday 10%, Tuesday 50%, Wednesday 0%, Thursday 30, Friday 50, Saturday 6, Sunday 45. You know what I mean? You can hit those little percentages, and that's, in all honesty, consistency, because you're gonna have a full week 100, a full week 0. But as long as you keep going, that's where the consistency comes in. Because it's not so easy as in like, okay, this, that, and blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not so like militant, where it's like, has to be. No. It's at the end of the day, again, tricking, beautiful sport. I'm just going to keep shouting out this damn sport, because this whole pod is not really going to be talking about this, like, tricking the sport, nothing that whatsoever. I'm going to keep hinting at it. I'm going to get it ingrained in your brain so you can reach the masses. You more people should do it because it's a beautiful freak sport, and more people should do it because you can not land a move 50 times. Go back, not land another 50. Keep going, have months, years of not landing a single move, and then all of a sudden one day, bing bop boop, you landed. Then you just keep landing it again and again and again and again. But and not enough people talk about this in the community too. You know what I mean? And I'm mad about it, but also too, yeah, depending on where you at. I personally don't hear it. I've heard it, but not as much. It's not consistent, but it is. Anyway, you can completely just lose that move entirely. You know what I mean? There's a thing. There's quote unquote like, it's a myth. It really is a myth. It really is not real whatsoever. It's just your body. It's your body. But like, there's this thing where you can lose a move and then you have to relearn it and regain it back. Like right now, what I'm going through is kind of falling back in love with the sport of tricking, to where it's like I'm putting my ego aside and planning out of just doing straight 25 days coming soon, but straight 25 days of just pure training. I ain't saying the name of it yet. I ain't saying nothing, but it's gonna be just straight training to get back into it. But also too, in the back end, which I've been doing the majority of this year, is focusing on the mental aspect of things, because I've been having days where I'm just like, oh, it was bad, it was shit, but also trying to recognize and remember that, like, hey, no bad sessions. It's the whole thing where if you believe you bad session, you will have bad sessions, but if you believe each session is good and you walk through each session with lessons, wink wink, it's not really a bad session at the end of the day, because regardless of what you did that session, you moved your body in ways that no average person has ever moved their body. And that's just speaking off of like the sport of tricking. For you, for say, it may be drawing, it may be singing, it may be playing ball, it may be doing whatever the case, but regardless of the simple fact that move, just move, because at the end of the day, it's better you move, get your body adjusted, than just to do nothing for months and months, and then you definitely ain't getting nothing. But yeah, to the last part, I hope everything I said before just now makes sense. The last thing, you're supposed to level up, and a lot of people don't recognize that, like, in the game, perfect example is no matter how many times you died in that game, you're gonna level up. Like, Call of Duty is a perfect example. Like, when you look at it in like its finite in definition, where it's like you're gonna die a lot, you're gonna have deaths, you're gonna not play the same, you're gonna go through phases and shit, but like, you're supposed to level up regardless. You're going to level up regardless of what you do. You're supposed to level up. And in my example, to keep it short and simple for this last little bit that we're gonna wrap up here, like, I've been leveling up physically since I was a kid. I got forced to do push-ups and shit. Had to find new love into working out and shit like that. Had a very, very, very unique childhood, which I'll probably give you guys glimpses and shit. Because I want to actually leave my past in the past and not bring it up and kind of start fresh, because this is really my bringing myself 100% me, person that I've been like in real life being, and then having in real life moments of like not being whatsoever, and then internet trying to portray a version of me that was an actual version of me, but it wasn't the version of me I was trying to build myself up to. It was like an acceptable version, you know what I mean? Still me, still a lot of yagging, carrying on and on, all the good stuff, but it felt fake enough to not be true, even though it was real enough to be true. That makes sense. Like, sometimes I call myself a walking contradiction, because I do say things and do things that kind of go in hands, but that's just how I am. I kind of just like realize, wait a minute, that's wrong, I'm not supposed to do that, let me do this instead. Everybody should do that, but I'm surprised it's not like common. But anyway, I'm not going to speak about that. Like, that's just how I am. And I know a lot of people that, like, you know, kind of see it's iffy, but that's just being so real and being so 100% and being so, like, you know, because at the end of the day, what I'm saying now may change in the next season of this podcast. You never know. You never know. But it's not changing. It's just really leveling up. You know what I mean? It's not really a change. You're just taking what you already had and adding something on top of it, but what you believe is still right there. Right there. But you just gotta go through life alone. You gotta go through life in a different lens, because you're not the same person that you were 5 years ago. You're not the same person that you were 10 years ago. from 2020 to now, it felt like a goddamn blank century. It felt like the void century. Anyway, like, all the I did back then. Gotta stop cussing. But anyway, all the stuff I did back then, like, nah. Nah. You know? But if you made it to the end of this, I appreciate you, because this is the second episode. This is the second episode, and this is more me rambling off than anything. If it made sense, it makes sense. If it didn't, I appreciate you for just sticking around and picking apart things that like resonate with you, because the whole episode don't need to resonate, but some do, and that's kind of like my main thing when I want this to just entirely be. It's the Real Pill Pod for a reason. You getting the most realest version. I look like a damn fool, but what? You not care? Gotski. You think I care? Cause that's just being me. That's being real. Cause when you be around the people you want to be around, they're just taking you at face value. They're just judging you off of your actions. You know what I mean? They're not like, oh, this person is this type of person because they do this. No. They're like, this guy's cool. I don't like him. Then just carry on. Because they're not putting no... Well, people that I'm trying to surround myself with. The people that I hopefully sees this pod and subscribe and comment and do all that fun stuff. Feel me? And like, you know, it's on that type of time, because at the end of the day, we're here to grow. We're here to evolve. We're not here to be like, okay, this person did bad things, this person a bad person. No. This person continues to do good things and also have some bad things. We like that person. But the person that continues to do bad things, know they doing bad things, thinks and calculates in bad things, and continues to do bad things, and consistent with doing bad things, it's a bad person. We don't like that person. No. Bad boy. Hope you guys enjoyed this pod. The second episode, being okay with major setbacks. And yeah. See you next week.